I'm Aija, and I'm first generation American. I come from an immigrant background. My mother is Jamaican and my father is Australian. And today I want to share a bit about my story, my journey from playing boys soccer to girls soccer, and then my journey to state finals at Lockhart Stadium. I grew up in a single parent household with 3 siblings. I was the youngest and the only girl. I remember just aspiring to be a part of football because my family was so immersed in it. We spent every week at the football field. Sunday ball, my mom organized for the community to come together once a week and to play. So I grew up on the field, and I just remember, when is my opportunity to finally get to play? Once I did become of age by 6, and we looked to find a team for me to play on. There was no girls teams available in my neighborhood or in my local area. I ended up going to a place called Lauderhill to play for Lauderhill Lions. I had to join a boys team. I played boys soccer for a few years there. During my journey playing at boys soccer and trying to figure out the game, there was a lot of times where I was told I wasn't good enough. She should be playing with the girls. I remember even when I played in the game, chasing the game and always being the slowest one, but I knew I could do this and I had the love for the game and I wanted to stay with it. Playing boys soccer until the age of 12, got a new coach, and he told me that I needed to try and play with girls. I'm of age now. The closest club to my house was quite a ways away. My mom took me for the tryouts, and that was my first exposure to upper class. It was at this place called Cold Springs. I remember going to tryouts and there was no one that looked like me. There was no one that was from my background. Being Jamaican, we're very proud people, you know, so going into a setting and feeling timid even just for the tryout was overwhelming for me. But stepping onto the football field, that was a space where I felt like I could compete. And the game made more sense to me playing with girls now. So I was successful in that tryout. I got the opportunity to play at this club, but quickly realized that I couldn't afford to play at this location. And I just know that the coaches had a conversation with my mom, and then somehow it was figured out and I was able to play the next week. So the only thing I was focused on was that I got the opportunity to play girls soccer and I wasn't chasing the game anymore. The transition to girls soccer, I felt a bit more confident in my ability to play. I was gaining leadership through playing, because the position that I played, I could see the field. During my time at this club, Cold Springs, other opportunities started to present themselves. I remember hearing about this school called American Heritage, the most prominent private school in Florida, and it just seemed like an unattainable dream, like something that you just heard about in passing. During my time at that club, I got the chance, someone mentioned to my mom that you should try and take her to American Heritage and take the entrance exam, see if she can go. I did get the opportunity to take that exam. I passed the exam, and even I remember the drive to getting to that school. It was an hour and a half to get there, just to take the entrance exam, much less to pass and get in and figure out how to make this sustainable, you know. But it was opening up a lot of doors for me transitioning to girls soccer. When I did go to that school, it was about a 3-hour commute to get there daily. My mom drove me 45 minutes to get to Walmart parking lot, then I had to take a bus to get to the school. I remember pulling up at the school first day and there was this long driveway and these massive big gates and this sense of just like, wow, I'm lucky to be here, but also this, I was made to feel different, like I didn't belong, you know? In the past, I've been referred to as charity case, not being able to afford to play. So coming into this situation, this new school was no different. Getting to the school, everyone like drove flash cars. They all had this sense of belonging. They've been here, they lived in the local area. Everything was new to me. I was just waiting to get to the field so that things could make sense, so that I could feel comfortable. When I did make it to training, and I figured out these girls are really competitive. Like, this is a huge opportunity for me to represent my culture, to represent my family and where I come from. So I really carried this sense of pride, and I didn't care if I was made to feel different. I was going to prove the point that I belonged here, and there's a reason why I was given this opportunity. Playing at Heritage changed my life, and being there, I was empowered to be a leader. I was chose to be captain my first year there, and like I said, competitive team, so we started our season, and I remember being able to keep up and actually feel like a dominant player, which was amazing. I had a sense of accomplishment just being able to play with these girls at this school. We won districts, which is beating all the local schools in the area, and then we moved on to regionals, which was all the people that won all the different districts, and then we went on to states. So we were on the road to being the best high school in the state of Florida. That's out of hundreds of schools. And I remember finding out that the state final was going to be held at a place called Lockhart Stadium. You know, Lockhart Stadium is a place that my family and I could actually afford to go to. That was something we did together as a family. We went to watch, at the time, Miami Fusion at Lockhart Stadium, which is present day home to Miami FC, where Messi plays. So for me, it was just a full circle moment. Transitioning from boys soccer, not having access to a girls team, getting to go to this rich place to play, and then I got a chance to go to this awesome school, and then I just felt like I was living a movie at this point. And then to find out I got the chance to play at Lockhart, a stadium that was just, yeah, home to me, that was incredible. So again, now back on the bus, on our way to states, and I remember taking the bus to get to that stadium, and it's a familiar bus ride because told you, long commute to get to that school there and back every day. But this bus ride was different. We were on our way to a state final game in my hometown. So as much as I had the pressure to succeed, not only of staying at this school, was also the pressure to bring home a state title now, you know? But I also had this sense of calm because I was going home. I was like, this is a place that's familiar to me that I've been, and my family actually get a chance to watch me succeed, you know? So I remember the bus ride to Lockhart, and I remember walking into the stadium and closing my eyes and taking a moment. And when I closed my eyes, I remember that feeling I used to get as a kid, like the loud crowd, the chanting, the drumming, just the excitement around the game, and just how football brings everyone together, people from all different walks of life, different cultures. And I remember having that sense of accomplishment, like just getting the opportunity to play there. So yeah, made it to state finals as captain. We played the match, and I remember every moment in that game mattering, and everything, every touch, every pass, every command, even our ability to complement each other as teammates, like staying positive as captain was a tough thing, but again, I had this sense of pride being in that moment. I remember us scoring, and then we were fighting to defend until the final whistle blew. And when that final whistle blew, it was just like everything came full circle. All the sacrifice of playing where I wasn't comfortable, having to get this scholarship, having to commute every day to get to school, it was all worth it. And that was the first time I cried tears of joy. And I just remember having just an overwhelming sense of pride. I did it, you know, I represented my culture, my family, and I'm here. And for that moment when to accept the trophy as a captain, and then to have my family waiting for me at Lockhart Stadium, it was just an incredible moment. And yeah, from the shy but fearless little girl and coming to this point now, like football gave me a sense of belonging, and it was the place that I felt comfortable. It was where I found my voice, and I was able to speak up, and it gave me the ability to start and finish something. And regardless that I had all the obstacles stacked against me, I still was able to accomplish this amazing thing. I got to go to this incredible high school, win a state championship, and I got my ring.